Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over some more Open Great League. This is going to be another one of the... It's kind of like a Toxic Tuesday team, but we're so far away from Tuesday. It's just going to be basically a team that you can get through your battles really quick with if that's what you're trying to do. Just trying to get through your battles every day, try to get the dust. Maybe you don't care too much about going 5-0. You just want to get through the day. So that's definitely going to be this team. And by the way, we are showcasing this team from Yusai. So he's a streamer there on Twitch. And I'll put the link to his channel in the description below. And we always get a ton of teams from him that are like, let's get through the games fast, because he basically plays all his sets on one day, then skips a day, then plays all his sets for the 2 days, basically, because he goes 5 sets before midnight hits, then 5 more sets. So he's really trying to get through his games, and we're showcasing, I believe, 3 sets here where he went, he won basically almost all of them. So we don't want to spoil exactly how many games were won here. We'll do that at the end. But yeah, definitely check out his stream. Great friend of the channel, basically. Great person. So let's get into it. Wait, but first, if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Also, I should probably fix this scene, apparently. There we go. All right, let's get into the games. All right, Dunsparce lead here. Oh, we should probably go over what the team was. Let's go over that real quick. So it's going to be Alolan Ninetales in the lead, and usually in this type of comp, he would be running Charm, but Charm is not the greatest this season. So going for the Ice build, Powder Snow is a fast attack with Weather Ball and Psyshock. So sometimes also with this build, with Powder Snow as the fast attack, people usually like to go Dazzling Gleam, but it takes so long to get to Dazzling Gleam. Plus, Psyshock has some relevant play against Summon in this meta, and you don't want to be stuck going for a move that takes a long time to get to, and then they shield and you might get screwed. But and then the main component of the team, at least I think so, is the Shadow Magenezone. Always been a force to be reckoned with in the last 2 seasons, really showcasing how Frail Mon with high attack stat can still power through things. With the insane attack stat, right? So, gonna be running the normal moveset on there: Volt Switch, Wild Charge, Mirror Shot, just so you can have a bait move and a move that does something that's not electric. You obviously don't want that to be in anywhere near the Clodsires. And then Gastrodon in the back with Mud Slap buffed, but the Body Slam debuffed. So Earth Power on that as well. So let's go ahead and get into this. Dunsparce lead, not the greatest, but again, this thing at least doesn't hit that hard. And we would really, I mean, best case scenario is we would have this on our Gastrodon there, but yeah, we don't have it on there, so we end up switching into it. But we've done a little bit of damage. Another Medicham here. I say another... This guy has Water Pulse. Ignore the moveset on the left there. It is Water Pulse, which is odd. I feel like Earth Power... I guess he just wants to have more coverage. Thinks it's kind of like the... It's kind of like the Talonflame way of thinking, where your Incinerates are doing so much, you really don't need the fire move, so you can go double flying moves, double birds. So close to just double flicking off the camera. Okay, we'll get past that. Anyways, we get through the Medicham here. It is interesting that there's another Medicham. We saw one in our video yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, I think it was yesterday when we were using Axon's team. They ended up coming back in with the Dunsparce. This is going to do a lot of damage, get it kind of low if we want to try to farm down with Magenezone. Looks like we are going to let this go again. Rollout super effective, Rock Slide super effective. They're going to be able to farm us down. Well, actually, we are able to get to this Weather Ball, which is very nice. Look at him try to... Basically, what I get from that is it's like, okay, well, I would rather not have thrown that move, but since we're throwing it, I guess I'll undercharge. Gonna let this Gastrodon go because he wants to go all in on the Magenezone, and we get the one hit there. And then it's a Zoom Roll. Basically going to get one shot after the Volt switches with the Wild Charge. All right, a Dark type in the front of Umbreon. Really quite bad against against Alolan Ninetales, obviously having the fairy type sub attack. Man, what am I even saying right now? Subtyping a fairy. Trying not to debuff ourselves so that we don't get farmed down by the snarls. But they end up going for the no shield there. And now we're going to go for the wild charge. Going on kind of bad timing here, but if we went on good timing, they might have thrown a move. So good for us to throw at least in general there. We're going to be able to come back in with the Alolan Ninetales again. Not really going to be suffering too much from the Umbreon. Now, 2 Last Resorts is going to be pretty close to KOing, and we don't have that Dazzling Gleam that would really secure us this matchup for sure. But we get to the Weather Balls really fast again, and they have to throw a really weird, inefficient move at us because they can't really throw the Dark-type moves, which would have Stab. Now, they're staying in this matchup, which is weird. Almost makes me think that they're going to be weak to this in the back, so maybe they have... I don't know what they would have in the back here. Going to catch here on Gastrodon and get the extra move through, which is going to be nice. Gastrodon just going to eat this move. It's going to be the last resort. Ends up being low kicks in the back. Okay. Going to be able to throw these body slams. Could go all the way to the water pulse, but they actually might outpace to a second move here. So wanted to just get the damage off. Wanted to get the damage off before they get the first move off. Because we're going to try to save our shield for the Alolan Ninetales. I did see it. I just saw it late. But we are able to get this down. Did get the attack boost from the Trailblaze, which is really nice with the moveset on the low kicks there. And while they may get a move off here... Oh, no, they go for the leap there. Poliwrath is a weird one. It looks like they do have counter, which is interesting. This is where Psyshock really would come in handy. They end up switching into the safe swapping into the Dunsparce. Almost makes me think that they're double strong against the Alolan Ninetales in the back, and they just wanted a ton of energy with the Poliwrath to use later. Again, Scald is very good on Poliwrath. It does have Icy Wind as well. We definitely don't want it against our Magenezone, so we're definitely going to have to play to probably win this matchup. That might be really hard, though. I guess we do get to the Water Pulse. I was about to yawn right there. It is so late for me right now, you guys. You guys don't even know. I just wanted to make sure that I get this video out before... Or I wanted to make sure to record this video so you guys have a video for tomorrow, which will hopefully be the morning for y'all. Yeah, they do get the Scald again. Oh, going for the bait here. I guess trying to get the shield, but I don't know. They're not going to be ready for the Psyshock. So I almost wouldn't have charged all the way up because now they think still Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, and they end up shielding, which is tough. But we are going to make it to the Psyshock. The question is, will they catch? No, this probably still KOs even reduced with the Icy Wind here. And now we're all in on Magnezone. Oh, against Driftblim. And we outpace to the Shadow Ball. Nice. These games are quick. You're going to win or lose pretty fast. And more often than not, showing a lot of wins here. And again, you can check his channel. He shows all of the wins listed on the side. And he's winning like... I didn't get an exact number, but it looked like 65% of the games he's playing, and he's playing 10 sets a day. So, all right, Azu in this matchup, you can definitely just shield this and get a decent farm. You can even throw on bad timing here and go for like 3 volt switches if you wanted, or you can go on good timing and go for 2, but it actually just goes for 1, which is interesting. Maybe he thought he was going to shield there and then not going to get to the move, but... Oh, what was in the lead here? Did I miss what was in the lead? Oh, yeah, it was Pidgeot. That's right. I was like, we must have not come in with this for a reason because it is very good against the Metacham. And right, there was a Pidgeot there in the front. Probably going to have to shield this first move. They actually... I'm so sorry, guys. They actually went for CMP. I did not know that Pidgeot was going to win CMP there. But yeah, now we got Feather Danced. I guess we still probably get the farm down here as long as they don't get to another Feather Dance. And yeah, we can throw this Weather Ball into Metacham. It is reduced to 2 stages. Feather Dance is an absurd move. But yeah, we at least get some damage off and we're going to be able to get the Water Pulse off. Again, I just thought about it. Another Metacham. Kind of crazy. Metacham's still as bulky as it ever was, so that's nice. But Psychic has been 2 times reduced. Maybe if it had a better move. I don't know. Psyshock's not that good either. What's the Mewtwo move? Psystrike? If it had Psystrike, that'd be freaking insane. Metacham would definitely be back in the meta. I actually don't know if it even learns that in the main series games. Someone can let me know if it's even a possibility for it to get that and go. I feel like it's a Mewtwo move, but it is what it is. They end up coming in with Malamar, and our choices in the back are not the worst against Malamar. Technically, you do resist the Psy waves on Magnezone, but you're going to be getting one-shot by basically the superpower there. So, going to come in with the Gastrodon just so it could eat a move here, rather than just needing, like 100% needing to shield. And might even let Gastrodon go here and come in with the Magnezone and try to farm down. That's what I would do. Ooh, they get a little bit of extra, but not too much. Ooh, Toxapex. You hate to see it. Actually, you love to see it on this side of things, but Brine doesn't do a lot, but honestly, everything does a lot to Magnezone. So we're just going up to 100 energy. We can go for one more, and then we're going to go for the KO. I like going for the KO and not just baiting here because the baiting could end up being really bad. And they end up coming back in the Malamar. Malamar is pretty low. We'll probably end up switching here just so that we're not taking 4 times. Oh, no. Never mind. We're taking 4 times. Our defense has been lowered 4 times, so this Artabax is actually going to end up doing a lot of damage with these Dragon Breaths, but going to get this shield now. I think they had 2 shields, so this is going to be the second shield. No, they're going to let it go. Yeah, oh, they didn't have 2 shields. Diggersby is a weird matchup, so technically you're doing super effective, and they're doing super effective with the fire punches, rather. But another Toxapex. And now you definitely don't want to shield because you know they're just going to come back in with the Diggersby. Them being a ground type means they double resist the electric type attacks from Magnezone. So, again, this is obviously going to KO. Might even just throw... I was wondering if we were going to throw another Wild Charge just to reduce our defense to nothing so that it could just really fast farm us down. Right there, I didn't say anything because I was thinking about it for a second. Maybe we could have just saved this in the back for a possible Azumarill because both of these mon are fine facing that. Ooh, we have... Is this what Water Pulse is all about? Either of the mon that we had left were fine facing Diggersby, but this is interesting now because... Oh, we go for the bait. Really? I would have thought the Water Pulse throw here would have been good. Okay, well. Now I don't know what's going to happen because they seem to want to shield on their side. But now that we showed that we don't have Water Pulse in the first one, maybe they won't shield the next one. Okay, well, they do. Do we have a shield left? Oh, yeah, they just let it go. We would have outpaced. Technically, we wouldn't outpace, but we definitely win CMP, which is nice. Why are we staying in here? I guess for Alligator is kind of an awkward thing for our whole team to face. They definitely outpace Alolan Ninetales to the Psyshock. So we could... Oh, yeah. No, we need to save the shield for Magnezone. I guess we're coming in Magnezone here. Oh, they actually let this through. They're definitely not going to shield this, so it might be enough to kill. Oh, it's a non-shadow on their side. Although they lived with over 20, like around 25% HP, so even the 20% more damage would obviously not have KO'd there. They end up hard switching, and so then we just hard switch into them as well. The only thing is, if they have Diggersby in the back, it's pretty over. If it's not a ground type in the back, why would they hard switch? Why would they hard switch though, unless they knew they had an answer to Magnezone in the very back as well? So I'm actually doubting they do, which means maybe if Feraligatr comes back in, we actually shield this move. I like this a lot. So we're making a call that Magnezone is just not going to be good enough in the back. Magnezone's going to be fine against this. Now, they do have a little bit of energy at this point. So I guess just going to go for the Water Pulse here. Oh, goes for the catch because one Crunch should not KO. And they threw an Aqua Tail. Well, that's GG. But I don't think a Crunch KOs either. Someone in the comments can let me know, but I really don't think so. Guess they still have Feraligatr, but it's whatever. All right, Dunsparce here in the lead again. Again, this is a hard mon for this team to face in the lead. You really want it on the Gastrodon, but when it's not on the Gastrodon, it's pretty good into its other matchups. Obviously, Magenezone. It has Drill Run for Magenezone. It has Rock Slide for Alolan Ninetales. All right. But you know you don't get KO'd by one Rock Slide, so that's very nice to know. And then you're just going to come in because they have a move, so you don't want to come into Magenezone. But the odds of them being strong against Magenezone in the back are probably pretty low. This pairs pretty well with like Flyers, yeah. I wasn't going to say necessarily Talonflame, although this could catch a Talonflame off guard. I was thinking more of like Mandibuzz. Another Drapion in the back. Interesting. All right, they switch into Talon from Machamp, which was not going to be doing a ton to... Although it has Stone Edge. Stone Edge is actually definitely one-shots the Alolan Ninetales, so... Going to go for the Water Pulse. Again, another sneaky Water Pulse here. I know I wouldn't shield. I would be scared, but I wouldn't shield. Oh, man. I guess these people are just playing more Talonflame than me. We can definitely get to another one. And we probably have to. Actually, do we get to another one? Oh, we should have thrown 3. That would have technically... Well, unless we don't live the Incinerate. Oh, nice. Okay. Now, the thing is, we probably have to come in Magnezone because it's just going to do too much damage to Alolan Ninetales there. Okay, calling the Fly. Going for the... Okay, but they're probably strong against Alolan Ninetales in the back, no? Oh, no, they weren't. This guy was actually triple strong in a Magnezone, but it didn't matter. We just totally sacrificed Magnezone. And, yeah, now we're just going to win. Fire Punch definitely doesn't KO, so letting it through is whatever. Fire Punch are really just kind of a bad move in general. I'm going to go for CMP here. Makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Diggersby is a very bulky mon, and we're very attack-weighted mon. So, yeah, we can just go for that. And then a farm down, and that's GG. Jumpluff, obviously very bad for them to be in an ice matchup. I guess that's what... Powder Snow really gives you the Jumpluff matchup, and Jumpluff is around a lot, so makes sense. They do end up coming in with the Drapion, and we have seen a lot of Gastrodon. Obviously, hard destroys Drapion. Technically, Crunch will KO from here, so I imagine they bait with Aqua Tail. Oh no, they went for it. Okay, respect. They did get the defense drop. You saw the little sparkles above the head there. We have Body Slam. Oh, I actually really like this. So... Both of our mon are good against Jumpluff, so we want to save this Gastrodon for anything in the back that it could be good against, and it's fine against this. I guess you're just going to come in with it anyways. You probably do die to an Aqua Tail here. I don't know. They do a ton of damage, so yeah, I mean, we definitely died to an Aqua Tail here. So gonna probably shield farm this down and then throw Weather Balls into the Jumpluff. Yeah, because you can still get Stone Edged here. You can't play around with this. Do you die to a one-shot Energy Ball? I don't know. Throwing because if they actually are able to land a move, then an Energy Ball will 100% KO. Whereas right now, we're not 100% whether or not this will KO or not. Kind of thinking we live, although there's Shadow as well. Yeah, we do end up living. So, double super effective. This is just going to blow up the Jumpluff. GG. Another Jumpluff. The last one is Shadow. This one not Shadow. They switch into Dunsparce, and you guys already know what we've been saying this whole video. If they switch into Dunsparce, you definitely come in with Gastrodon. That is your hardest answer. Really, your kind of only answer. Everything else is like, you don't really want to be in that matchup because they're definitely going to take shields from you. Whereas Gastrodon can definitely eat a lot of this, soak a lot of this energy that is being thrown here, because at the end of the day, Dunsparce is not a ground type, even though it looks like it's a worm and should be underground or whatever. But yeah, definitely not going to have stab on Drill Run, so you're going to be good there. And then they have Jump Left. It's the same team? But it's not the same video. It's not like a re-recording or anything, because the last one had a Shadow Jumpluff. So I guess this is a team that was probably showcased by a streamer or a YouTuber or something, because this is basically the exact same team except not a Shadow Jumpluff. And again, we had the same strategy going into it. Probably gonna have to shield this. I guess technically it doesn't KO, and you're not going to be farmed down by Quick Attack and Fairy Wind. But yeah, so you saw we did the exact same thing that we did last time, and that's what happens when you play a team over and over. I'm pretty sure this is the team he's been using for a while. So when you play it when you decide on a team you're going to use and you play it over and over, you're going to know the matchups. You're going to know exactly what you need to do, and you're going to be fast at doing it. So Shadow Dragonite just taking damage. They do end up switching slowly into this. We are showing Psywave here, so they do respect that. But both of our Mon now are going to be good against the Dragonite there. Obviously, we want Alolan Ninetales into it. It's double super effective, and we'll be able to basically just completely farm that thing down. At this point, the Dragonite is going to be looking to gain energy in other matchups, and then throw a superpower into Alolan Ninetales, which will be neutral damage. And it is Shadow, so going to end up doing a lot. But I don't think we're actually going to make it through this matchup. Oh, they end up having a throw. Great for us. Probably come in with Alolan Ninetales, farm this down, get that nice energy going into a water type here. And they end up having a Ferrothorn. So technically, both of our Mon are like decent to good against both of these things, and 2 shields on Magnezone is just stupid. So alright, Mandibuzz in the front. Obviously we have 2 things good against this. They switch into Dunsparce, we switch into the counter. GG. I already feel like it's GG. Obviously we don't know what is in the back. Maybe it is something that's double good against both of those Mon that we have in the front. Could be like Clodsire. That would be maybe the best. But that's where the ice comes in, and it's actually pretty decent against Clodsire. I guess we found the other reason. It's super effective against Clodsire, whereas if you are running the Charm, you're going to be actually resisted. Alright, getting through the Dunsparce matchup. Again, probably don't care too much about this. We can come in whatever, farm this down. Do come in with the Magnezone, which is nice. Now, the thing that's awkward here is that they are... Oh, bad timing by the opponent there. But they are going to threaten Magnezone, whereas they really can't threaten Alolan Ninetales. So Magnezone, seeming like it's going to be very good against the backline as well, makes me think it's like... Oh, this is actually very bad. Wait, this is super bad. We get the bait off here. We're probably going to end up switching... just to eat some of this. And then we do have Psyshock as well still, which is going to be neutral. I guess we're just going to go for the double Weather Ball here and let an Incinerate come. We can do 1 Powder Snow. Oh, 1 Powder Snow and a Psyshock. Nice. Okay, so the bait. I was like, we can do 1 Powder Snow and we don't take that Incinerate damage right away. Nice. Malamar. Probably just good overall. Guys, if you're seeing a bunch of Dunsparce swap-ins, this is definitely the team for you, because look how many people were catching off guard. And I don't know. Water Pulse is fine. I still like Earth Power, but I guess you want something against the Driftblims of the world, and I guess it's just fine at the end of the day. Water Pulse was buffed last season. Still not a great move. Again, you'll win CMP, so if you want to go for max energy, definitely you can go for CMP against the Dunsparce. Although it looks like it didn't matter because they end up getting the farm down here on Malamar. I think we said it earlier in the video, but if you're going to be facing the Malamar, you definitely want to face it with the Alolan Ninetales, even though Magnezone does resist even though Magnezone does resist the Psy Wave damage. The reason I jump up here is because I don't think I've seen a Licky Licky since like the first few days of this season. So the first few days of this season, everyone was all up on Licky Licky because it was going to be the next Lickitung, and it got rollout, which was buffed this season, and it always had a better like charge move set in my opinion. I guess it's meta dependent, but Body Slam and Shadow Ball, which is the best ghost move for the energy. But it did seem like the meta is just not there for Licky Licky right now. Weirdly enough, not a lot of Fighting Mon, which you would think that would make Licky Licky even better. But I don't know. I guess it just doesn't do so great against Clodsire. It is actually pretty good against Ferrothorn, or Feraligatr rather. So yeah, kind of weird that we don't actually see a lot of Licky Licky, but I guess it's just kind of hostile. I guess like Gastrodon you can't do much against. You probably lose to like a Azumarill here, but you obviously have wins. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Ooh, Hydro Pump. You don't see that too often this season either. Last season there was definitely a lot more Hydro Pump usage, but I think people went back to Ice Beam here, and you always had to have Play Rough. For the mirror match specifically, but yeah, a lot more people using Ice Beam because basically with the bubbles and 2 Ice Beams you can KO the Clodsire, and Hydro Pump's just a big move to get to, and if you miss, you miss. But yeah, this season more Ice Beam than anything. Quillfish is a weird mon. This is Galarian, right? No, it's regular Quillfish. Okay, Magnezone taken over. Definitely just shield this farm down. It could be a Shadow Ball. Probably it's an Icy Wind. Oh, Mystical Fire. You don't see that much, to be honest. Was this CMP? I guess it was. Or they had the 1-turn lag, and then they're screwed. Okay. It's poison, so it's going to be super effective against Ninetales, but the question is, does it die to 1 Psyshock, which is going to be... Well, this is an Aqua Tail, so you live this. You definitely live this. I mean, does Psyshock KO? I really don't know. I would assume it does. Both these Mon are pretty frail, and it is super effective against the poison typing there. Alolan Ninetales is awkward. Since we swapped in, they technically were able to get to their move first here. Otherwise, it would normally just be a CMP, but... I guess we can go for the mirror shots here. Yeah, I like this a lot because the volt switches are doing a lot. This is neutral still at the end of the day. This is an Ice Punch, eh? Okay. Okay, we got a wild charge here for whatever comes in. It's gonna do a lot. Oh, it's a Watermon. Okay, and we bait, which means we get to a volt switch after this, which means we're probably gonna get both shields. That is dirty. Oh, we don't have a wild charge. We'll see if they call this. I thought we did, so I would have shielded too. Oh, tough. We have a shield advantage. They have a huge energy advantage on the best mon with energy in league. You definitely live 1 of these. You don't live 2, and I'm not even sure. Well, they don't have a shield, right? So I wonder if they're gonna try to catch. You have to shield this. You don't have to throw right away, but we do have to throw soonish. Okay, they try to catch. I would think this is... I actually don't know this matchup. So I think it's Azumarill favored. 2. I think even an Ice Beam KOs from here. We're going to get 2 Body Slams off, and with Body Slam being nerfed, this kind of sucks. Azumarill has been one of the best 1 shield scenario mon, and really 0 shield because it has such good coverage. So it going through us here makes a lot of sense. We do have a lot of energy. Okay, the question is a Psy Strike going to KO a Feraligatr? I think it will, to be honest. It is Shadow. This wasn't CMP. I think this was a 1-turn lag, because I'm pretty sure we lose CMP to this. All right, that was all the games. I say that was all. There was obviously a lot of games, but again, he plays 10 sets a day, and he only plays every other day so that he can get those 10 sets through midnight. But yeah, definitely catch his stream. Again, we've posted a ton of his videos before. He does a lot of the fastest teams because he needs to get through 10 sets a day, and you don't want to be streaming for like 5 hours at a time, or 7, or whatever it takes usually. So, or I guess it would be like 4, so you can condense that down to like 2. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.